With so much at stake, millions of dollars from international organizations, FIFA and CONCACAF, and the power associated with being the boss of football bosses, the four candidates for the presidency of the Football Federation of Belize barely had time to make nice with the media in attendance at the Princess Hotel. Much of their time was spent plotting strategy, making the alliances they hoped would get them to the top. But for Daniel Fabro, the former team owner positioned as the outsider and reformer, it was over almost as soon as it began. He got no support from the electorate of 20 leaders of the various associations whom he accused of hypocrisy.
I believe our ideas were the best. I think the Belizean public overwhelmingly thought our ideas were the best. But it's the 20 delegates who decide. They are the ones who, I believe, are responsible for holding back the football development in Belize, and the Belizean public must hold them accountable. For me, I was prepared for this. I am at peace with what happened. Coming here today, I more or less expected something like this to happen. I was a bit disappointed in that we did not even get one vote, but I mean, that at the end of the day, it's a decision of the 20 delegates, and they are the ones who have to answer to their public, and from here we move forward.
And while for Fabro it was the agony of defeat, an ignominious one at that, for Chuc it was at last the thrill of victory. He was first denied in May of 2016 when there was deadlock after 20 rounds. A second try saw him briefly disqualified, but today he was not to be denied. He said he passed up media rounds in favor of working the delegates, and that strategy paid off. Now it is on to the much harder task of healing long-standing wounds.
The plan was clear, so I didn't mean any disrespect when I wasn't on all the television shows that they invited me and all the radio talk shows. I didn't mean any disrespect to anybody. I knew from the very onset that there were only 20 delegates, 20 votes, and that was my focus. Now, I overcome that hurdle handsomely, by the way. Now I will do the media rounds and unite the football family, unite everybody in Belize behind football. We have a lot of raw talent in Belize, and with the support of my executive, who they've all pledged their support, I think Belize has places to go in the very near future.
Chuc and Gamez are joined by executive members Darlene Vernon, Ray Davis, and goalkeeper Shane Murillo, as well as interim General Secretary Earl Jones and Communication Director Anthony Mahler, with a plan already laid down in place. That plan, says Chuc, involves taking advantage of the established funding to craft proposals for football development programs.
My main focus right now is that there's enough funding, especially FIFA funding out there, for programs, for development programs here in Belize, that I don't think we have been taking advantage of these monies that are out there. So I really want to get somebody immediately on board to start writing these, to access these funds. I understand that some projects are already in the pipeline, but I believe that having somebody full-time from the Federation or a contract worker outside focusing on bringing in the funds, then we will focus on the football part of it.
Despite the misgivings about the current state of football, expressed in a 9-page statement issued shortly before leaving office, former acting president Marlon Quillen also gave Chuc his stamp of approval to carry on.
Although it was a very tough 19 months, we were committed to do as much as we could. And with the assistance of my able colleagues, my executive at the time, we have developed a framework. It's a short-term plan, but it's a plan. And it's the funding is there for it. We have someone already. I must tell Mr. Chuc, we have someone already that's going to be full-time, that's going to start accessing these funds and writing up the programs. And I am committed to working along with whoever became president to make these plans come true.
Aaron Humes reporting for News 5.